Wow. No. Whoa. Well, loaded. Lots of vibration. About that. Sorry, I'm holding a camera phone and trying to keep some semblance of control over it. Well, that's thing number one. Oops, I'm going to have to lift the thing off the deck. So it runs as long as it's not on the track. The extra friction of being on the track stalls it. So I'll have to have a look at the drive train and see what it is that's doing that. It's driving that nicely. Well, progress with the steam thing. This was as far as I got with the Mark II one, and if you've been following my videos you'll have seen that I had a slipping belt problem, but I decided I'd try a slightly different approach, and so that's the motor or the power unit, an SEL steam motor paired with a Mamod boiler. This was done by Mamod when SEL went broke. So this is the chassis of a Bachmann truck, and what I've done is used Maplin gears. So that's a Maplin worm and pinion on there. Now, the steam picture that precedes this shows it not running when you apply any pressure or tension. Now, there are one or two little stiff points on this. There are some points to note. One is the diameter. It's about the same diameter, that worm, as one you would get in a Meccano set. But the Meccano sets are brass. This is plastic. There was a rough point on the plastic which I took off and smoothed down. It does appear to turn reasonably smoothly now, but I've no proper thrust bearings, end thrust bearings. The problem with putting a bar across here to act as a thrust bearing is you get friction, so designing a thrust bearing that doesn't have too much friction would be a problem. So yes, one or two slight stiff points, and I wonder if when it gets to a slightly stiff point that is enough to stall the engine, stall the steam motor. I was wondering whether it might get over it. Somebody suggested if I put an electric motor onto it and run it round a few times, let it run in, it will wear in and then it will be smoother. So that is a possibility. The next stage then, if I don't do that, is to get a much smaller diameter worm and a matching pinion, because in the commercial devices they are really quite small worms, and the smaller the diameter of the worm, the higher the ratio or reduction gearing that you're getting, and that might just aid things a little bit. So, not working yet, and I've got plenty of these worms, so I can make it four-wheel drive, but at the moment setting up two worms onto two wheels I thought to get four-wheel drive would add unnecessary friction until we've proved that we can get the thing going. Ever onwards then, see where we get to.